the greatest issue when we have powerful emotions stored in our brain and bodies that it's really tough to think beyond how we feel. That, I believe, is the challenge. Feelings are a record of the past, so if a person can't think bigger than their feelings, they won't be able to see a possible future because they are looking at it through the lens of their past biology. And so the best thing for a person to do if they're truly committed to change is to really understand what change means and that there's a biology and a very specific explanation of what change is. Those circuits begin to form long-term connections known as memories. And now you're adding more three-dimensional stitches to the tapestry of your grey matter, and you're building information to see that there are other ways to live now. When you hear about someone who has experienced trauma and has turned that trauma around and is living their life in joy, and they see it differently, and you're picking up and relating with the story at the same time you're rewiring your grey matter. The majority of people who give up their past emotions and memories and start reprogramming and doing things differently in themselves in the future report that they start noticing these synchronicities, these opportunities and coincidences, that something is coming to them, something is changing in their life, and nothing is changing except them. Now this is the experiment called life. Because when you see the synchronicities, these opportunities, and nothing is changing except them, when you see the synchronicities, the person starts feeling a different emotion, and if they're feeling a different emotion from the synchronicities in their life, they'll think less about their past and traumas because they only go back to those memories of a trauma when they feel the emotions from some trigger or circumstance in their life that causes the emotional response, and they have no idea that they could actually change that. You can't tell me you're too sick to do this work, because we've had people with stage 4 cancers who were told they wouldn't live more than a month and are now completely cancer-free, people who were blind, who were traumatized from birth, traumatized from childhood, who are seeing again because they overcame the trauma. So you can't tell me you've had a difficult past, because we've had people tell us they had a difficult past and we've seen the results. We teach people how to achieve this delicate balance and coherence between their heart and brain, and when they do, a person becomes very relaxed, not in the way that they want to sleep, but calm and at peace, as well as very awake and aware. They're not in the familiar past or the predictable future, they are actually present and relaxed in the moment. The aim then is to be able to get so skilled at it with your eyes closed that you could do it with your eyes open during the day. So it's a conversation worth having, and I can tell you from my own experience and study that when people start experimenting with the process, they make those changes.